I've never done this before, so bear with me. I just watched a video that Judd Apatow retweeted on Twitter from a Dr. Phil segment where some of Bill Cosby's accusers were speaking out against him, which takes huge bravery. It was just heartbreaking because it's so hard to do, and in the first place, it's such an emotional ordeal. But then on top of that, when people don't believe you or take you seriously, that makes it even harder, and it makes you almost wish you hadn't said a thing. But it's important not to remain silent, I think. In my experience, it helps so much to just be able to tell your story, and to be believed is a huge, important aspect of that. It literally changes so much. Part of that segment was Dr. Phil reading Bill Cosby's daughter's statement about the allegations against her father, which I have right here, and I'm going to read to you some of it. Rape is a serious allegation, and it is supposed to be taken very seriously. But so is falsely accusing someone. When someone rapes a person, they go to prison. That should also happen to the person that has wrongfully accused an innocent victim. That's the beginning of her statement. That's upsetting to me on so many levels, because first of all, when someone rapes a person, they go to prison. Well, they should. That's not really how that works, though. I don't know what planet she lives on that apparently the simple fact of having committed a crime means that you automatically go to prison. It takes reporting it, which also takes a lot of courage. It's a battle. It's a nightmare. And some people don't want to live through that nightmare because the initial nightmare was bad enough. And so, you know, these victims, it took them a long time to be able to say something. But that doesn't mean they should be taken any less seriously. I reported my rape almost immediately. I don't know how I did that. I don't consider myself particularly strong, but I knew that I had to. There's a woman in that segment who said something along the lines of, like, when you're raped, you're not just raped physically, you're raped emotionally. You know clearly that that's what happened to you. You can't make that up. You know it. it's not just physical. And she says that a piece of your spirit is gone forever. And I think mine is still new, but I think she's right, you know? Like, this happened to them so many years ago, and they suffered in silence. Because they didn't know what else to do. But even at that, all these years later, their lives are still affected by the decision that that man made. And that's bad enough, you know? And I understand Evan Cosby's position. This is her father. She loves him. She wants to protect him. But her words are so irresponsible and naive. Because unfortunately, that's not how life works. Just because you love somebody and you don't want to believe that they could be such a horrible person, it doesn't mean that they're not. Like, and that's hard. It's a tough pill to swallow, but that's reality. That's, you know, human beings are not perfect, and I don't think necessarily that people who commit crimes such as rape are monsters or horrible people fundamentally. Some people make mistakes. Some people are sick. But that still doesn't make it okay. And your love for a person who commits crimes against other people doesn't erase the fact that they are that way. You can love them till the day you die with every piece of your heart, and that doesn't negate the fact that he's a fucking rapist. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And then she goes on to say, well, first of all, she called her father the victim, the innocent victim in this story. That's disgusting. It's deplorable. I have nothing to say about that. They are not only destroying an innocent person's life, again, what did her father do? Did he not destroy tons of innocent people's lives? Anyway, she went on to question the validity of the victim's recollections of the incidents by saying, drugged. You can remember the whole damn day, but you were drugged. Just saying. That's stupid. I don't even have another more intelligent word to use on that. It's just stupid. Because they remember everything up until the point when they were drugged. So that actually makes sense. When I was raped, I was completely sober. I had had one beer that night. People still question my ability to remember something that happened to me, something that I was present for. I want to say that I get it because, like I said, people want to protect the people they love. People don't want to believe that the people they love can be monsters or whatever. But, you know, we all have good and evil inside of us. Some people, we all have that capacity. And for some people, it lies dormant forever, which is great, you know? It's wonderful, but that's not the case for others, and some people will inevitably slip up and do horrible things in their lives, and I believe that if you make that decision, because it is a decision, that you should pay for it. That's how that goes. That's fair. You know, she wants to talk about how unfair this is for her father, but this is fair. This is how it works. You do something bad, you're gonna pay the price for it. He hasn't even, and he probably won't. It's just heartbreaking because right now I'm in the process of handling my own case. I'll be going to court soon, and I'm scared because I look at people like Cosby and other people who don't believe me, and all the people who stand by the man who raped me. And I look at the abundance of support these people receive. And I look at how outnumbered I am. And how, for whatever reason, it's so much harder to stand by the side of the person who's been hurt. And I just wish we lived in a world where this wasn't the case. Maybe one day we'll get there. We're obviously not there yet, but I try to remain hopeful. I just wish that people would put their irresponsible and naive ways of thinking away when it came to things that are this serious. You know, like, wear your fucking rose-colored glasses all you want. You know, ignorance is bliss. But you can't live your whole life like that. You can't be ignorant to everything.